We've been talking about this AWP Black Nile in the past. It's from the Anubis Collection, one of those collections that I absolutely love. And this AWP, let me tell you one thing, is also looking very clean. We've been always bullish upon it, and ever since it has risen in price quite a lot. For example, there's like 550,000 AWP Black Niles in existence. Obviously, it's a mil-spec skin. That's why there's so many out there. But the fact is that in the factory new condition, there are only around like 60,000, and that's a big gap between 500 and 60,000, right? So generally speaking, these AWPs could also be used up down the line. But right now, ever since the price has risen, a lot of people are accumulating these skins still. As you can see, the factory new condition has been selling for only 6 euros upon the Steam community market. And in the past, we've been slowly but surely rising. It is looking very fast, but I don't think that it's artificial because the price drops have been also kind of big at certain times. In the past month, we're actually around the same price, 46 euros it was before. Right now it's 44, 42, the cheapest listed. Also, the minimum wear condition has been rising quite fast upon the Steam community market. Just 1 year ago, selling for 3 euros. Already we've doubled in price, and I think we're not even done yet. The Anubis Collection is definitely a great investment in my opinion. In my opinion, the souvenir version of this AWP is the perfect match with these gold stickers on top of it. It looks very beautiful, and the craziest part about these souvenir skins is, ever since we got the new function, there's actually none of these listed from the current Cologne 2026 major. I think it could be a great opportunity down the line. Wait for the major to end, wait a couple of weeks, and after that you can maybe start crafting some souvenirs because prices could be going down. I think there's a lot of skins that there's definitely a lot of potential to make into souvenir, because there's gonna be a time maybe where it's gonna get very demanded and you can actually craft any until the next major, if Valve is actually even gonna introduce the same system. Also, in the minimum wear condition, there's only 130,000 for a mil-spec skin. In my opinion, that's absolutely nothing. Are you tired of super expensive steams upon the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Upon Skinland, you have the best possible market prices for these skins. No hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and Legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. Actually, I got scared for a second because as you can see here, it says 60 cents for the M4 A1S Nitro in the factory new condition. But then I looked it up and it's 43 euros. Prices have slightly declined, but it's definitely not 60 cents. Also, in my honest opinion, these charms are very cool because it is pretty much confirmed that they will never be coming back, these souvenir charms, right? And I think some of these are still very undervalued just because they're very rare. Not a lot of people still have them. For example, this Apex Highlight Strikes Back from the Austin 2025 major. Yes, they may be not the most desirable item in CS2, but I think it's definitely gonna hold value in the near future. Obviously, prices have dropped. It has been at around like 30 euros, currently selling on Steam for 10, and on third-party websites you can find them even cheaper. Maybe you can even find them on some guns I played. Also, we're currently giving away this M4A4 Polysoup. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is actually in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish to all of you in the comments the best of luck. Let's get right into the next investment on our list. If you still haven't picked up an AK-47 Aphrodite, I think you should definitely do it because there's a lot of potential to this. This AK is looking very beautiful in my opinion, and some of the patterns could be going for a lot of overpay down the line. I mean, all of these are completely different and random. There's gold gems, there's purple gems and stuff. You need to remember that there's only 15 days for the limited edition item, and then it's gonna be removed out of the armory, unlike the last chance items. So is it pretty much confirmed that it's gonna happen in exactly 15 days, or do you guys think that this item is gonna be removed and nothing is gonna happen? These items will be still last chance to redeem. That's gonna be crazy, to be honest. And also, our predictions are looking very strong right now. We have already predicted Furia and Spirit to 3-0 advance and B8 to lose 3-0. A lot of these teams could be still advancing, and we have here Bad Boom, Navi, Foot, Mouse obviously just lost, Vitality and Falcons, so one is definitely losing. Foot already advanced, which is kinda cool. Also, I think that the M4A4 Zuba stick from the Dead Hand collection, this is a mil-spec skin in the factory new condition, and this is kinda hard to acquire actually. In my opinion, this is also a very beautiful looking skin. It doesn't have a lot of colors to it, but I think it still looks very clean with a lot of loadouts as well. It's currently worth like 1 euro up on third-party websites, and I think it's a great opportunity to go ahead and buy these skins. Ever since, yes, the Genesis terminal was a very bad investment and most skins have crashed in price, I think the Dead Hand collection has way more potential because the skins can be used up, they can be traded up to purples, to pinks, to reds, and then to gloves. The gloves obviously will stay forever, but these skins will be eventually very desirable just because they will be always used up for trade-ups and stuff. But also it's a great looking play skin, and for that price in a factory new condition, I don't think you can do a lot of wrong here. At least that's just my own prediction. Make your own research up on these investments, and I'll also put my word to it and buy some of these skins as well, put them in a storage unit. If you have ever wanted to pick this M4 Evanes Atomic Alloy, right now it's actually at a good price, for example in a minimal wear condition, but also in a factory new condition. Yes, this is the minimal wear condition to be exact, and it still has a lot of scratches I would say, but still this skin is very beautiful in my opinion. With the red loadout, this Huntsman collection skin can definitely perform in the near future. As you can see, the minimal wear condition was selling it around like for 100 euros up on the Steam community market. Ever since the crash was quite big, we reached like 50 euros and selling right now for 56 on third-party websites. You could find maybe even better deals up on these, so I think the potential is definitely there. Obviously these skins have always been rising because the supply of the Huntsman collection is shrinking with every single day, so this means these skins also get rarer day by day. The potential is actually huge to this. Also factory new is down from its all-time highs of 400 euros all the way down to 200, somewhere in that area right now. Definitely still some potential, and as you can see, the stat track skins are actually more expensive than the factory new ones or the regular versions ones. So I think that's also a really great sign. This skin is definitely not getting manipulated or anything, it's just natural rising right now. Nobody's focusing on it, so I think the potential is definitely there. Yes, the Huntsman knives may not be the most beautiful ones or the most expensive ones or anything, but as you can see, the Huntsman case is selling for over 10 euros up on the Steam community market. We have buy requests for around 9 euros and 93 cents. This case has been rising quite fast. I mean, in the past year we've came from like what, 6 euros, 7 euros, somewhere in that area, all the way up to 12 to 14, which is kind of insane. The potential is still there. These cases are still kind of cheap. You can buy them on third-party websites even cheaper. Even though this is kind of an expensive case, I would rather focus on other discontinued cases. I mean, this is exactly the same price, but for the Operation Breakout weapon case with the butterfly knives inside instead of the Huntsman ones, right? And I think the potential to these is actually enormous, ever since most people are actually focusing on glove cases because they're rising the most. But this case could be also moving very fast. Case investments are definitely the best ones, but also the skins for the Operation Breakout weapon case are very interesting to take a look at here. I need to be honest, I really enjoy this 5-7 foul play because it's really unique. Not a lot of people are actually using it, and in the factory new condition we have actually crashed a lot here. The factory new condition has been selling for 233 euros. It's absolutely insane, and I think this is way too high for such a skin. At least it came back down to 110 euros, selling for 120 right now. So we could stabilize here, but the price could certainly go even lower if not a lot of people get onto the Breakout collection case right now, ever since it has already risen quite a lot and a lot of people are actually getting out of the market right now. But as you can see, the uptrend is extremely high because it's kind of hard to get these skins, for example, in the factory new condition. But we're looking here at the field test set and it's also looking very bullish, which is a great sign. If other conditions of these skins are also looking very liquid upon the markets, I think it could turn out to be a great investment, especially in those worst conditions, because at the end of the day you can hit the butterfly knife fade out of this collection, right? But it's kind of hard. Glock 18 Raves from the Shadow collection, also a mil spec skin, has been looking very weak up on the market in the past few weeks. It has crashed in price a lot because not a lot of people care about the Shadow collection, but the factory new mil spec skins, for example, are still kind of rare. As you can see, previously it was pumped all the way to 21 euros and then we've crashed to 9 to 11 right now selling. I mean, on third-party websites you can still find even better deals up on these, but if you remember, obviously these skins have been pumped very early to like 11 euros and then we've been rising to like new all-time highs of 20. I think the potential is still there because there's actually not a lot of people opening the Shadow collection skins, and the factory new conditions are actually hard to acquire, so that's why the prices could still be growing. But also the dual Berettas dragons, the dual link dragons from the Shadow collection as well, have way better floats up on them and currently are even cheaper up on the Steam community market, selling for only around like 7 euros in the factory new condition. I think these are definitely very beautiful looking dual Berettas and these could have a long-term future, but that's just my own opinion. I could be completely wrong about the Shadow collection because at the end of the day we have Shadow daggers inside, right? But we've been at like 12 before 13, and prior to all these pumps and these trade up updates we've been selling it around like for 3 euros. I think the potential is there. If you're gonna buy these, definitely buy them on third-party websites, ever since the supply of these will only not increase by that much. I mean, I think in a couple of years this case will be definitely selling for like 3 to 4, maybe to 5 euros. It's definitely possible. There's only like 9,000 of them listed up on the Steam community market. That's not the whole supply, but that's at least a part of it, and that's not huge. There's over 280,000 buy requests still for this. As you can see, people are willing to pay 2 euros and 25 cents up on the Steam community market, and we have been selling already like at 2 euros and 80 cents this week. So we're actually coming back up to those 3 euros, which is kind of insane in my opinion. And if you're interested in other CS2 investment videos, definitely go ahead and watch my other videos. Definitely go ahead and join our Discord community. The link will be down in the description.